A rather short gospel today, but a very important one for us as we especially prepare for Lenten season, because we hear Jesus frustrated, perhaps. He sighs from the depths of his spirit as the Pharisees argue with him, as they test him, as they ask for a sign. And again, you can perhaps understand why Jesus might be frustrated. He has been performing signs. He has been performing miracles. He has just come from feeding, I think, the 4,000 before this. He has been healing the sick. He has given evidence of that divine evidence of who he is. But they still do not see. They still do not believe. And when Jesus says, no sign will be given to this generation, it might seem to us kind of an odd thing that he is saying this, because we know that Jesus continues to provide miracles and healings and feedings and all of these things, not to mention that he will rise from the dead. Pretty evident signs that he is who he says he is. And so we should be careful, though, not to take Jesus as though he is lying here when he says no sign will be given. But when we look at that, how are we meant to understand it? In the same way that he would say to them, you've already received these things, or they've been present, I have done these things. You have not received them. You have not seen them. It has not been given to you. And that is a rather stark thing, that Jesus is at work in the world, and there are those who do not see. There are those who will not receive, who will not believe in those signs, who will not accept who Jesus is, that mission that he has come to do, or what it means for them. And he says, even now, no sign will be given if you have that hardness of heart, because you will never see. You've already closed yourself off from that sign of God. As we prepare for Lent, we should take this seriously. We should recognize that there are times, perhaps even in our lives, where we fail to recognize how God is at work in us or in the world. We can close our eyes to what God is really doing and demand that he do something different. And yet God is at work. We believe that God is living and he is active. And he is working in you even now. And perhaps the Lord has been sending that Holy Spirit, that miracle of his presence into your hearts, maybe calling you to go to confession. Maybe it's been putting on your heart that if you went to confession a little bit more often, maybe it aligned your will more with his. And maybe you experience more of his help and his blessing in your life. But that voice, that nudging of the Spirit, might be a subtle thing. And if our hearts are hardened, we might not receive it. We might say, that's not really God at work. That's not really the Lord. If God's going to work, if I'm going to believe him, if I'm going to take this faith more seriously, he needs to do something different. He needs to do something bigger, something greater. And if that's our attitude, we are like those Pharisees, demanding a sign. And we must be cautious that the Lord doesn't say to us, no other sign will be given. Christ comes into our hearts, into our lives, into our world. He is active. He is calling on you. Ask for the help and the grace and that Spirit to recognize and to respond to that prompting, to those signs, that you might see them and that you might see still greater miracles to come.